This is the Outdoor Journey Show, where life takes you outdoors. The Outdoor Journey Show with Matt Gaddis and Ty Morgan, brought to you by Journey Hunts and the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation.
Welcome to the Outdoor Journey Show. Matt Gaddis, Ty Morgan here with you. And today, we're not talking big game hunting, but we're talking upland game hunting, which I have referred to Matt many times. That is probably my ultimate favorite activity outdoors to do because, there's nothing better. I love to duck hunt, but when it comes to pheasant, chucker, things like that, that is, to me, is the ultimate because you really got to work hard. You got to work the brush, and, with a good dog, it's going to be a great day of hunting.
Yeah, and that's neat, Ty, because this is a great strength of yours, and it's really a weakness of mine. I concentrate on all the big game side of the house, and I've only ever gone pheasant hunting maybe 2 or 3 times in my life. So new area for me, something I definitely want to learn and grow in.
Well, and coming from Montana where pheasants are pretty plentiful up there and to go hunting, and moving to Colorado, I was expecting to continue that, and they don't seem to be many areas, and was excited to find Black Canyon Wing and Clay, and to be able to go there and be a member of that club, and to go there yearly because it's such a rush to go pheasant hunting in my mind. That's in my heart and soul. And we've got Jason Creddy. He is the general manager of Black Canyon Wing and Clay. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well, guys. How are you?
Doing good. Now, give us a little background on, I guess, that was kind of my big question when I first moved to Colorado, especially here on the Western Slope. Pheasant isn't quite something you find all over the place.
Yeah, I think I've heard a little bit more from some of the members out here 20 years ago. It was a lot better, but I think, it's kind of diminished off, and really, the only places really in Colorado are pheasant hunting clubs are what you find to go out and have a productive hunt and to find birds. That's where I've seen a lot. A lot of the wild bird around here, even on this side, there's less and less every year.
Right. And of course, you guys help fill that void because the facilities that you have there are wonderful, beautiful. You've got many fields to choose from. Let's start by talking about just kind of the basic, what is Black Canyon Wing and Clay, and what kind of services do you offer members?
Well, we're a membership hunting club. We allow people who are not members to also hunt out there too. But we've got a clubhouse, and we've got 7 different hunting areas that we hunt. And we usually do morning hunts and afternoon hunts. So we give everybody 4 hours or so to hunt, and they can book a full day if they wanted to. But we raise all of our own birds from day-old chicks, and we raise them in big flight pens, the size of a football field with a 25-foot canopy on them, so the birds are strong and fly well. And we give a lot of area for guys with new dogs to work the dogs, and younger kids and even first timers, to get out here and be productive and find birds. I mean, that's kind of why we're here. It's good for kids and women and first timers and people that don't know much about it to show them, to go out and find birds. You don't walk around all day and get stumped at the end of the day. That's kind of what we do, but we are a membership club and we have a very good member base.
Well, take us through a process. I mean, having been there, I know when you walk in, the first thing is you're going to come right into the clubhouse. You get yourself all squared away. But, if you haven't held a shotgun in a while, certainly a warm-up opportunity is certainly welcomed, and you guys provide that.
Yep, we have a shooting deck out the back, kind of the back of the clubhouse where everybody's welcome to come, if they're hunting out there that morning, are welcome to come and warm up, and we've got a wobble trap and throws back and forth and up and down, and guys get warmed up. They shoot around there, and then they're ready to go to the field.
Kind of a pre-competition, I think, is what it is, really.
Exactly.
I mean, I know it's warm-up, but it's who can hit the most clay pigeons, I think.
Exactly. A lot of the guys out there will say they don't want to waste their good shots at the clays, and they'll pass on that. But a lot of guys will shoot and get their barrels warm before they go out and hunt.
And you had talked about, in that process, too, you had mentioned where dogs can come and get some experience, so people are welcome to bring their own dogs as well?
Oh, yeah. That's kind of what we do best is, guys bring their own dogs. We do guided hunts for guys who don't have their own dogs, but most of the members out here have their own dogs, whether it's a young dog just getting started, we can make it as easy as possible for that dog. We've gone to the point where we've flagged birds for people, so that dog, where they're at in the field, and you can get your dog right on them. to even boxing birds for people and letting them train their own, letting them do their own thing with the dogs, setting the birds however they want, and then make it as hard as possible for guys that have real experienced dogs, and we can make it as hard as possible for them. But at least they know that when they're going out to that field, there's going to be birds, and they can hunt, a decent sized area. Each group has a decent sized area to hunt when they're out.
Right. Now, just to kind of talk about your style of hunting that you guys have there, I've hunted, a couple different pheasant clubs, and there is different styles, and you guys, I think, keep it about as traditional as you can for that traditional hunt. Kind of explain the differences that you are amongst the other pheasant clubs.
Well, we everything that we do out here, we do for pheasant hunting. All of our cover is raised for pheasant hunting. If we do any crops or anything, we don't harvest anything unless it's to make it better for people to hunt. Everything's mainly we got a tall Jose wheatgrass. This year we put in some corn, some milo, and some sorghum. But for some of the other clubs that I've heard, they like to graze some of their properties, and guys are having to deal with cows and stuff like that. But out here, everything's done for pheasant hunting, and you're not worrying about barbed wire or anything like that. We've taken all barbed wire down so dogs don't get cut. You're going to run into a few holes here and there. Obviously, it's hunting. I mean, I can't stop that, but for the most part, it's just like you're out hunting a CRP field in Kansas or South Dakota. So that's kind of what we want it to make it. As natural as possible, and at least provide some cover for the birds that are out there or get missed, and or any residuals, the birds that have survived out there.
Mm-hmm. When setting up a field, what's the process going there for a hunt? If Matt and I are coming out, we choose, is it 4 birds each, and then you guys set the field? How does that work for a hunter?
Yeah, we do different minimums per hunter, depending on the time of the year. Usually our holiday times, it's a little bit more, and during the regular weekdays, it's a little bit less. But say you guys came out and you wanted to do 4 birds apiece, we'll put 8 birds in the field for you. And, who knows, the guys the day before could have had 20 birds out and missed, 3 or 4 of them. So there's 3 or 4 birds that would be out there extra. So, you can go out. Sometimes you just see your 8 birds. I mean, we fight a lot with the flying predators and the ground predators with the birds. So that's having a little cover out there for them to get away. But, most of the time you'll see more than what you put out, and you'll have a chance definitely at your 8 birds. For sure, we'll go out and set them out the morning before you get there, and you're ready to go. When you get there, you're ready to go, and you go out and you work your fields. If you need a guide, like I said, we do offer guides, and they'll take you out and they'll show you your birds.
When you say guide, obviously they're bringing their own dogs in. Are the dogs owned by the property, or is this their own personal dogs?
All my guides have their own dogs. They own all their own personal dogs, and they're all very well trained, very well seasoned dogs, hunted thousands and thousands of birds in their lifetime. Example, my dogs, I've got 3 of my own, and I actually hunt with a little corgi too. So she's my little flusher, and the other ones go on point. But my dogs, one of my dogs is 8 or 9, and he's probably seen in his lifetime, I don't know how many thousands of birds, but he's a well-seasoned dog. So he's been around a lot of experiences, hot weather, dry weather, cold weather, wet weather, so he's distinctified between different hunting conditions, and they usually do well for me.
Well, and I gotta tell you, if you are a hunter and you want to eventually either own a dog or you do have a dog that you're training, I think going out on a guided hunt really gives you, no pun intended, a bird's eye view of what a good hunting dog should do and how they react in the field, I would think.
Yep, it's and it's good. It's if you're new here too, and you're wanting to kind of know the property. Going with a guide is a great thing because the guide will show you. I've hunted out here. This is my 5th season here, but I've hunted out here. I don't know, 40, 50, 60 times I guide out here a year, so I know where the good little honey holes are at, and I can show guys kind of the layout of the property or how to hunt the fields. Some guys will walk too fast. You got to just kind of let your dogs go and work slow and just going out with a guide, you learn the ways to hunt, kind of hunt the property here. It's different in different situations, but, if you're out there watching, hunting with the guide, you kind of learn how he does it. And even if you sometimes guys will bring their dogs with the guide. A younger dog, I've taken out plenty of younger dogs, and they've learned behind my dogs. I've had labs learn how to point behind my pointers.
Wow.
So, it's a great experience with a guide. I mean, you don't have to do it every time, but every once in a while, it's nice to see how we hunt.
Absolutely. And of course, now we've gone on a hunt. When we come back, we're going to talk about kind of the next steps in the process, because there's more than just pheasant that you have there on property as well. But I want to talk about that and then that process coming back, because it is a full experience when you go to Black Canyon Wing and Clay. We'll talk more about that coming back right here on the Outdoor Journey Show.
This is the Outdoor Journey Show, where life takes you outdoors.